You're going to get huge, you're going to get obese eating fruit because sugar makes you fat. It's like, oh gosh, for life. It's absolutely vital. And, you know, she's starting to make that connection, and it's really big of her.
I don't know why I was so afraid of bananas. Really don't understand that.
She doesn't care. She promotes something that causes cancer to her young audience. Hey free woman. So today's video is on Meredith Foster. She has millions of followers across her social media, and a lot of you know who she is. And also a lot of you have seen the videos that I have made for Meredith in the past, trying to help her make the vegan, glucose, fruit connection. So today I'm going to watch some of her recent video called Trying My Fear Foods and talk about this message that she sent me on Instagram that just blew me away. And as always, if you want to see more of these videos, then vote on the video, whether it's up or down. You can give a dislike, you can, it is okay. But just watch the video. And if you want to see more of these videos, then definitely go and subscribe to my other channel, Women's Weight Loss Expert. I'll be posting these sort of videos on that channel from now on. I'm a little bit late on that channel, but soon I will be uploading to it, so go and subscribe. Okay, so I opened my Instagram account to see this message from Meredith Foster, and I was just like, I'm shook. Really shook, very happy. And yes, I have asked Meredith before I shared this message. So Meredith wrote, "Freelee, I wanted to tell you that you've inspired me to be more aware of what I consume and how I live. You are living proof that dieting and restricting is not good for you at all and is going to lead to health problems down the line. I'm taking major notes from you. I love the passion you have for what is right and what can help people. Keep preaching." I did not expect to get this message from Meredith, but I am so happy because I have been working at trying to help Meredith for a long time now, as a lot of you know. And I just said, look, I'm happy to give you tips. I'm so glad to hear this, get this message from you. And she wrote back, "I will probably take you up on that offer. Thank you. It all makes so much sense now. Our bodies need sugar, carbs, the whole foods kind. When I was hell-bent on low carb and keto, facepalm, all I wanted was sweets and junk food because my body needed energy. I literally was afraid of fruit." We've all been through this at one point, huh? Fruit is life. So I got this message and I'm just like, Meredith. So impressed. So obviously I'm super happy that she's starting to make the sugar carb connection, because it is so absolutely vital that you make this connection if you want to heal your eating issues and come down to a healthy weight for life. It's absolutely vital. And, you know, she's starting to make that connection, and it's really big of her to actually put herself out there and to message me. So I'm so proud of Meredith's progress. So I'm going to send her a copy of the Raw to 4 ebook. So she has a bunch of recipes, because there's over 55 full color recipes in here. So she can get all these high carb, high fruit recipes that are going to make her feel amazing and keep her away from the junk food. I have so many women who have come to me telling me that they've overcome their eating issues on the Raw to 4 lifestyle or on a high carb vegan lifestyle, mostly heavy on the fruit, because we are frugivores by design. Physiologically, we cannot forget this. So most of our calories should come from fruit if we want to be truly slim, high energy, and healthy for life. And you want to get rid of the binge eating, you know? So this is a lifestyle that actually works, and I have a whole lot of testimonials. If you're unsure about this lifestyle, definitely check out these testimonials from real buyers if you're not sure about getting this book and starting this lifestyle. It is full of amazing recipes and testimonials and everything you need to thrive on a high fruit lifestyle. So definitely check it out. The link is in the description below. Okay, let's get on to the video.
Here is the first episode of No Fear. I just got back from the gym. It's time to make some food. Do not be afraid of sugar from fruit. It is needed. Your body needs glucose and fructose. It needs it. It literally, if you don't give it that, it will just crave other things, and you will end up binging on sweets and ice cream, and like literally I've been there. So
Yes. This makes me so happy to hear Meredith speaking like this. Look, honestly, I did not think that I would hear Meredith Foster saying that you need glucose and fructose, and if you don't have it, you're going to binge out on other foods. You know, you need to get the fruit in. This makes me very, very happy. And she is right. She's absolutely right. It is essential. It's essential to get the fruit in, to get the carbohydrates in order to stay away from the fattening, cruel foods that we don't want to put in our body. So I quickly want to play this video on the importance of glucose for the brain from Andrew, the plant-based doctor on Instagram, who is an expert on human physiology. So let's check it out.
So in the last episode, we talked a little bit about brain size and the fact that it has no correlation to intelligence. And this week, we're going to talk about a more accurate predictor of intelligence, and it's what we call the cerebral metabolic rate of the brain, or the CMRO2, which stands for the cerebral metabolic rate of oxygen. So it's an indirect measure of our brain's energy needs. Now, humans have the highest cerebral metabolic rate of all species on the planet. Our brain consumes about 25%, so 20 to 25% of the total body energy needs of our entire body. So,
how crazy is that? 25%, a quarter, the brain consumes of our glucose.
Our brains consume a quarter of our total body energy needs. We consume about 5 times as much energy in our brains compared to any other species. That's whales, cows, you name it, everything else. Now, if you look at the number one fuel source that our bodies have evolved to make as our primary fuel source for our brain, over thousands of years of evolution, our brain's primary and preferred fuel source is carbohydrate.
Yes.
It is the only fuel source that can cross the blood-brain barrier and be used as a fuel source to power our energy-thirsty brains. And yes, in very, very dire circumstances, in periods of starvation, when there is no carbohydrate to power the brain, or what we call glucose is a carbohydrate.
That's the thing, in dire circumstances. That's why these keto people, they're putting themselves into this emergency state. It's not a healthy state. In a healthy state, every cell in your body, the trillions of cells in your body run on glucose.
There's no glucose to power the brain. The body can then break down fats and convert some of that fat into a ketone body, and those ketone bodies can power the brain. This is a survival mechanism. It happens in dire straits emergencies. It is not the preferred fuel source for the brain. It does not release as much energy as carbohydrates. Carbohydrates release the most amount of energy. They are the most efficient source of fuel for the entire body, not just the brain, for the entire body and the brain. It's no mistake that the brain and the body has evolved over thousands of years to use glucose or carbohydrate as its primary and preferred fuel source. So it makes no sense to eliminate carbs from your diet. It is the most ridiculous statement I have ever heard in my life. And from a physiological point of view, it is absolutely rubbish. And I'm telling you right now, no one knows physiology like an anaesthetist, and I will argue that to the death.
Awesome. So definitely check out the plant-based doctor on Instagram. I'll put a link in the description below. This is what I've been saying for years and years and years, and that's why my message has remained the same for the past nearly 13 years. Because I get it. I get the sugar, carbohydrate, brain connection, body connection. I get it, and I'm so glad to hear people like Andrew, who is a doctor, medical doctor, actually confirming this to be true as well. I should get one. Okay, so I'm very happy to see the banana going in there because it's one of her fear foods, so I'm happy to see that. But one banana just ain't gonna cut it. It's not gonna cut it because the amount of sugar in one banana won't keep you away. The amount of glucose and fructose in one banana won't keep you away from the fattening, unhealthy, often unethical food that people binge out on, like Meredith was talking about. Because there's only about 100 calories in that banana and about 27 grams of carbohydrates. You know, I recommend Meredith gets at least 150 grams of carbs for breakfast, or over the course of the day, 8 to 10 grams of carbohydrates per kilo of body weight. So for someone like me, about 52 kilos, that would be between, say, 400 to 500 grams of carbohydrates for the day. So if you want to work out how many grams of carbohydrates you need based on the 8 to 10 grams per kilo of body weight method, then take your weight in kilos and times it by either 8 or 10. I would aim for the 10, and then you're going to get the amount of grams per day that you are going to just, be binge free and thrive and be healthy and happy, have high energy levels, and stay away from that fattening junk food that you don't want in your body. Also, you can download the Chronometer app, which is going to break down the carbs, the fat, the protein. It's going to tell you how many grams in what you're eating, at what percentage, or that also some micronutrients, and it's going to make it a lot easier for you if you just download the Chronometer app and just punch in what you eat for the day and your current weight and other stats. So do not fear the bananas. Just dive right in there, have 5 bananas, because it's honestly going to change your life, because bananas are so healthy. Bananas actually contain several bioactive compounds that are important for human health, including carotenoids, biogenic amines, phytosterols, all of which are highly desirable in the human diet and can be beneficial in the treatment of various diseases and even reversing chronic illness.
I have got my banana smoothie that turned out not so attractive. It looks like dirt. So
Okay, the girl needs recipes. Honestly, open the book, Meredith. Get into the recipes. There are so many nice cream recipes in here too. There's like a bunch of nice creams, smoothies. Oh, there's so many recipes.
I don't know why I was so afraid of bananas. Really don't understand that.
I can tell you why, because there are so many lies, well-marketed lies against fruit, against bananas. It's crazy. Thankfully, I grew up on a small banana plantation. Yes, I did, so I don't have this irrational fear of bananas, but I can totally understand why women like Meredith do. It's because of marketing. Like, I remember seeing this ad, I think it was called like 5 foods never to eat if you want to lose weight or something like that. I'm sure a lot of you have also seen this ad, and they used a banana as the advertising, ad, like as the food not to eat because it's going to cause all this weight gain. You're going to get huge, you're going to get obese eating fruit because sugar makes you fat. It's like, oh gosh, like so many lies out there about fruit and about sugar. It's just, I feel like I can spend the rest of my life debunking them, and maybe I will on my new channel. Bananas are virtually fat-free, and carbohydrates from bananas don't make you fat. Or else, yes, I would be obese after eating more bananas than I would say any other female on the planet over the past 13 years.
Eating is so simple. It is the equivalent to having to pee. Throughout the day, when you feel the urge to pee, you pee. You don't hold it in until 9 o'clock at night. You go when you gotta go. Just like when you're...
Good analogy. Yes. And when you're hungry, you eat. You just be discerning about what you put in your gob.
Eating when you're hungry, you eat, and you stop when you're full. And then the second thing is viewing your body as a temple and seeing it as something to really take care of. You no longer want to put bad stuff into your body. You want to fuel it with the right types of foods. You start viewing health and fitness as a whole different thing. This
is really powerful too, and education comes into it. Must educate yourself on how the body works, and that is what Meredith is doing. She's starting to listen. She's getting the carbohydrate sugar connection. This is really important.
Those are the 2 things that really helped me, and it may not happen for you just overnight. It may take you a while to get there. Like for me, I am really at a place now where I'm focused on whole foods. So lots of fruits, lots of vegetables. I went through kind of a phase last year where I was eating a lot of like processed foods, processed meats, a lot.
Processed meats. Part of the reason young women like Meredith eat these meats is because people like this dietitian, Abby Sharp, who have a demographic the age of Meredith, are so morally bankrupt that they promote carcinogenic meats to the young audience. She doesn't care. She promotes something that causes cancer to her young audience. It boggles my mind. It's unacceptable, and I will be doing more videos on it.
I don't know, my body was like craving like junk food. I think because I was so deprived of the benefits and the sugar from fruit, because for a while I kid you not, I told myself, I'm like, you can't have apples, you can't have bananas. Like I stopped eating fruit because I thought there was sugar, and I was doing this whole keto.
Yeah, see? This is what's happening with a lot of young women. They're like, oh, I can't have fruit because of the sugar. It's going to make me fat. Carbs make me fat. This is the message. And it's just ridiculous. This is just lies. It's lies, lies, lies. And people like this Abby Sharp are not making it any easier for young women like Meredith to get to the truth. because they're taking the money. You know, they're taking the money and they're like, yeah, I'll just take a kickback. I don't care if I, you know, promote cancer in a young woman's body. I'm sorry, but like, I really care about this, and I care about the animals, obviously. So this is just, it's really serious to me. So I'm so happy that Meredith is actually making this connection, and she's saying it to, you know, 160,000 young women. It's great.
And not to like say keto doesn't work for some people, because I know it does for some people. I think you have to remember that everyone's bodies are different, and some things will work for some people and some things won't work for other people. So
okay, so I'm gonna do a video on this whole, like, everybody is different, something works for some people, some work for others, because there is so much misinformation and confusion out there about that I need to iron out.
For me, that just was too restrictive, and it was causing my brain to be like, oh my gosh, you need carbohydrates, you need sugar. So because I didn't have carbohydrates, my body naturally was like looking for other sources of energy, and that was like cookies and highly processed things with lots of sugar in it and ice cream. And so I kind of went overboard with that because I was restricting natural foods like fruit with all the good healthy sugars in them. So
wow. Meredith, please keep this up. You are helping so many young women with their eating issues. As Meredith said, she was restricting the healthy foods like fruits, and as a result, binging out on processed meats like dietitian Abby Sharp recommends, you know, and junk food. This is what happens when you don't get enough healthy fruit sugars into your diet, into your body. It's important to make that connection. It is going to stop you binging out. Okay, so I'm going to leave the video here for today. I'm just so happy. I'm so happy that Meredith is making this connection. Meredith, I'm so proud of you. As I've told you in the messages, keep going, keep educating yourself, keep educating your audience as well, because you are helping them with their eating issues. And that is so important. As you heal, they heal. What more can you ask for? So keep going with the high carb. If you keep your carbs up long enough, you are going to find that it's very easy to stay on a high fruit or a high carb cooked vegan lifestyle. It's incredibly easy. And then you're not going to be interested at all in animal products, which are cruel, unhealthy, fattening. You don't want them in your body. So if you want to get more exclusive content from me, like what I eat to stay fit and lean and healthy, then definitely check out my Queen Bees group. You can join on the computer by pressing the join button next to the subscribe button. If you press a join, you are going to see a video that's going to tell you more about the group, and I will see you in there. And definitely go over to my other channel and subscribe there, because you're going to see more of these style of videos over there. All right, keep going, Meredith, and I will see you soon.